What a massive day in the series. It's Man City and Liverpool back to back. Roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to the Man United save. We have played one game since the last episode where we beat West Ham 1-0 in a not convincing result. Carlos Sanchez got man of the match for them at holding midfield. They played a 4-1-4-1. We found it quite hard to break down. Loads of shots, but not many on target. David De Gea making a good couple of saves to keep us in the game. But a win's a win, so I'm very happy with that. And it's pushing us up the table ever so slightly into fourth now, the Champions League spots. A game in hand against Liverpool, who we play after Man City. If we can win these two games, we'd be, potentially 1 point behind Man City, which is massive. But obviously it's going to be a huge game, very difficult away at the Etihad. So we're going to have to see how we get on. Now, I think, tactics-wise, I think I've got the team all set up as I want them to be. The only issue we've got is Luke Shaw fit again. Luke Shaw is fit, so Ashley Young can come off there. We're going to start with Tuanzebe and Lindelof. Eric Bailly will get a place on the bench ahead of... No, let's keep Fosu. No, let's put Bailly on the bench. He is a bit... Should I just start Eric Bailly? Right, so... What? If I take Tuanzebe out, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I can 6, 7. Yeah, I can swap them around. We'll start Eric Bailly in there. I've got Martial back as well, haven't I? So Martial can go on the bench instead of Chong actually, and then Martial will come in for Harriet on that side. And I think we're ready to go. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. We're going to go in and we're going to play Man City at the Etihad away from home. And I think I fixed the camera. I think it's a little bit better now. I don't have a weird line going down my face and all that. Thank you everyone who commented and welcomed me back on the last video. It is wonderful to be here. I'm very much enjoying it. I'm going to change now and not have schedules and stuff. I'm just going to be able to... Basically, I'm going to put videos out when I get time, when I get a chance, and when I get time to record. That's pretty much when I'm going to do it. So this there we go. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Bailly, Shaw, Fred, Pogba, Fernandes, Lingard, Martial and Rashford leading the line up front. It should be a very good game, I think, if they play well. They're playing, obviously, a very strong team. Ederson, Walker, Stones, Laporte, Tierney, who they've bought from Celtic, moved to Arsenal in real life. Fernandinho, De Bruyne, David Silva, Bernardo Silva, Sterling and Aguero up top. On the bench, Moises Kean, they've bought, who has moved to Everton in real life. Gabriel Jesus, Leroy Sané, Otamendi, Riasego, who is a backup goalkeeper that they must have bought. Have they bought him in real life? Aceris Ciego, he's just sort of on their bench. Mahrez, Bruno Mendy as well. So, two very good teams going up against it. Surely I've got to say go and give the fans a performance because it's a derby game, isn't it? It's a rivalry. It's cross Manchester rivalry. Red v Blue, City v United. It's everything you could want in a derby game. Apart from the fact we're away from home, I am actually going to drop this down to positive because we're away from home. We don't need to go all guns blazing in this game. Maybe when Aguero or Sterling get the first goal, then we'll upgrade it back to attacking. I would be happy with a draw. Obviously, I want to win, but I would be happy with a draw. As the corner comes in, there's Laporte. It's off the bar, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka clears it away. And Martial was a bit slow there to get off the mark with his acceleration towards the ball, but we're still in it. They've only hit the bar. They haven't scored, so... We're out there. We've actually had more shots and more shots on target. It looks like we're restricting them quite well. Luke Shaw has the throw in up the line looking for Rashford. Cuts back in field. Lays it off to Pogba, who does a nice little step over. Back out to Luke Shaw. Can he put an early cross in? Tries to get to the byline. It's crossed by... blocked cross by Walker, who gets it back from Kevin De Bruyne. He goes long with his left foot. It's really bad. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka is there to intercept into Fred. Up to Pogba. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Takes a bit of a heavy touch but gets away with it. Lingard. It's all a bit... congested. Obviously we're playing short passing, so there's always going to be short options available. Wan-Bissaka, good ball into Rashford, round the corner into Pogba. Pogba's in, he shoots, he scores. We take the 1-0 lead against Man City at the Etihad. Have that, you Manchester City rude words. Great football there. Lindelof here, sort of just intricate little triangle sort of. Wan-Bissaka up into Rashford. Rashford back straight through to Pogba. Lovely stuff. Captain on the day, Paul Pogba fires it past Ederson. 3 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal. What a start to the game it is for the red side of Manchester, and that is what we like to see. Lovely, lovely stuff indeed, and we've just got to hopefully see this through. 20 minutes until half time. I'm going to praise them. We're away from home at Man City, and hopefully they should be happy with this performance, as I am, because we are 1-0 up with coming up to 10 minutes to go in the first half. So time is absolutely flying by. They're focusing down the left, trying to get Leroy Sané. Raheem Sterling involved in the play, but on a 6.5, it looks like we're keeping him pretty damn quiet, whilst everyone around us is nearing a 7, which is very, very good. As here is Tierney with the throw up to Aguero, who's been forced wide. He actually goes on a good run. Great ball out to Kyle Walker on the right-hand side. He puts a cross in, Lindelof with a header. Fred flicks it on. Pogba is there. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Goes right to Lingard on a counter-attack. Lingard holds it up, looking for Rashford. Ball over the top. Rashford takes it down on his left foot. It's just past the post. Couldn't stick it in. Really, really gutting that didn't go in. As we go into half-time, and looks like we're taking a 1-0 lead into half-time. They are furious and fed up, is what one of their players said. I'm going to passionately say I'm very pleased to keep it going, because this is a fantastic performance and result at the moment, as John Stones gets the ball from the kickoff that Man City took. As you can see, anxious. They're fired up and motivated now, so it looks like Pep's getting into them a little bit. We'll demand a little bit more from them, see if we can get a bit more out of the players. Let's see if that has any effect on the old body language. No, it didn't, but we do have a corner. Bruno Fernandes. Now we know Luke Shaw loiters at the back post, and Laporte actually won the header but flicked it backwards, and Ederson and Walker between them got it as far as Paul Pogba, who actually got his header on target, but it was very easy to save. And I'm happy at the moment. I am 10 shots. I mean, we're dominating Man City at the Etihad. They've just been a bit scared. De Bruyne and Raheem Sterling off. Gabriel Jesus and Leroy Sané come on. So pace for pace, and Jesus going onto the right wing. Not something you'd really expect. Taking off De Bruyne, obviously one of the best playmakers in the Premier League, as Tierney throws that in. It's a poor clearance to Fernandinho. It finds Bernardo Silva on the edge of the area. Gets a shot off. Rattles the woodwork again for Man City. And we just about get it away. Living a little bit of a charmed life back there, you've got to say. I think I'm going to do Harriet for Martial, just for a bit of fresh legs in that wing position, trying to keeping the pressure on the full-backs of Walker and Tierney for Man City. But with not long to go, are we going to get a very, very good result? David Silva fires in the free kick. It's there. It's off the bar and then off the line from Luke Shaw. Can you believe it? 3 times they've hit the woodwork. Oh my word. Bruno Fernandes is going to come off and be replaced by Scott McTominay. We're going to drop him back to a box-to-box, as the Scots like to play. The Scotsman likes to play in that position. And I think let's go for Marcus Rashford, Os, Mason Greenwood on up front. Just some fresh legs. Again, running at the tired defence. There is literally, this is injury time. Silva, corner in. Tierney's at the back post. He's headed away. There's the final whistle. Greenwood got the last touch of the game. Paul Pogba's great goal gives us a fantastic win in this, and I am absolutely delighted. Great result to take into the Liverpool game. Moves us up to 3rd. A win and results go our favour, and we go into 2nd place, which is absolutely brilliant. As Meron has again raised concerns about Paul Pogba. There is no way you're going to be rested for the game against Liverpool. You are going to be playing, my son. Asking price 150 million. Thank you very much. PSG, if you want to pay that, I will sell him and reinvest it in a lot of young players. So we'll be back for the Liverpool game in 2 days' time. We're going to rest all of that starting 11 so that they can keep their spots. They're going to get 2 days rest. Literally no training in between the games for us. We'll be back for that game and see you in just a hot second. It's another derby. It's the day of derbies. Welcome back then for the Manchester Merseyside derby, United versus Liverpool. We're both playing very similar formations. We keep the same starting 11, however Fernandes and Pogba are both shattered, only getting up to 90% with 2 days rest from training. They line up with Alisson in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Lovren, Van Dijk and Robertson, Henderson, Wijnaldum and Keita in the middle, Mane, Salah and Firmino as you would expect as the front three. It's going to be another very interesting game, back-to-back tough games. Again, I'm going to say we've got to do it for the fans because it's a massive derby game. Mike Phelan's been very good at doing press conferences and stuff like that, so we'll let him do it as the teams come out in their final huddles. One little chat from Pogba, De Gea and the likes as the game gets underway on this absolutely massive Football Manager episode. Mo Salah with a corner, in he goes. Firmino with a header, it's cleared away. Naby Keita in off the underside of the bar, and inside the first minute of the game we find ourselves 1-0 down, and that is not good enough. Naby Keita pouncing on the loose ball in the penalty area. Salah flung in the corner. Firmino with a header, it's cleared from Lingard, fell to Keita, rifles that into the net, and it's 1-0 Liverpool inside a minute, which is an absolutely terrible start when you're playing in this type of game against a club like Liverpool, because they are going to hang on and they're going to keep the ball, and don't you just know it, they're going to make it hard for us as Wan-Bissaka picks up the clearance from the throw and into Pogba. Pogba holds the ball, comes forward into Rashford. Rashford turns around the corner. Fernandes is there. It's 1-1 inside 10 minutes. Bruno Fernandes loves those runs through the gap. It's his 4th goal of the season, and he's running right into the hardcore Man United fans and getting them up for the game. Pogba lays it in here into Rashford. Lovely flick round the corner. Little reverse of the outside of the foot, and Bruno Fernandes sends Alisson the wrong way and makes it 1-1, and straight away we are back into the game. But Martial has picked up a bruised knee, so we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if he can carry on in the game. Now what we need to do is restrict the ball getting forward towards the likes of Salah, Mane and Firmino, and try and keep the ball in Liverpool's half, which is easier said than done, as Bailly goes back to De Gea, up towards Victor Lindelof, who's into Fred, who's actually playing a very important role for the club at the moment. Fred back to Lindelof, up the field to Pogba it goes. Pogba looks ahead of him into Lingard. Lingard runs at the defence, really putting his foot forward into Martial. He's got that bruised knee. Alisson with a great save, and Pogba I think is going to keep this one in. He does, and he's got 2 men with him. Fires in across again. Alisson misses that one, and it's cleared away by Dejan Lovren at the back as the self-proclaimed best centre-back in the world, or a world-class centre-back I think is what he called himself. But Fred, I've just been singing his praises. Football Manager can hear you. Fred, I've been saying how well he's been doing and become a bit of a linchpin in that deep line playmaker role. He's going to have to be replaced by Scott McTominay, who doesn't... first off, McTominay doesn't really like the holding midfield role, and second off, McTominay was going to be my replacement for one of the central midfielders when they got really tired, so it's sort of put preempted plans into disarray, but it's alright, we'll deal with it as it comes. Firmino into Mane, who's picked up a little bit of a knock. Henderson on the edge, up to Gigi Wijnaldum, back to Henderson, out it goes to Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's got a good delivery, but Shaw gets a good foot in there. Lovren heads it back down to Henderson, back to Lovren again. Good ball out to the left to find Robertson in a lot of space. He's got Mane in front of him. Wan-Bissaka, what a tackle that is. Naby Keita picks up, he's under pressure from Pogba. Tackles flying in all over the place, but Man United come away with it. Pogba into Rashford, over to the left hand side. Martial's got the pace, he's got the wrong side of Alexander, and he goes to Bruno Fernandes again. He fires, he's hit the post, it's cleared. Lingard, he's missed an open goal. Jesse Lingard has missed an absolute sitter. What are you doing, you absolute plum? Jesse Lingard, that was so easy. We hit the post, it was a good tackle on the line, and then Jesse Lingard had the whole goal to aim for, and he completely missed the target. But here comes Luke Shaw again from the back into Martial, into McTominay. Pogba goes out to the right hand side. Wan-Bissaka has got forward and got the wrong side of Mane. Lingard dinks in across the back post. Martial's there. What a save from Alisson. It's gone out for a throw in. It's all Man United at the moment. That early setback of conceding is all Liverpool have done in this game. They haven't really threatened us since then. Not even having another shot. This is a killer. I feel like this has got an FM'd game written all over it. Like, they're going to have like 2 or 3 more shots, score a goal in the 90th minute and win the game, as I I don't think I'm going to make too many changes. Maybe Eric Bailly, who I've put into this game and dropped to Nzabi, isn't really impressing. Maybe that's a bit of karma for dropping the youngster Axel to Nzabi, but we'll have to see. Assertively give the fans a performance to cheer for, but then we'll go passionately. You weren't that bad, I think, for all of these. You weren't that bad. You weren't that bad. End the team talk, start second half. So our transfer budget actually got increased by the board from like 40 to 70 million, which is great, but I'm only allowed to buy in players of the amount I sell. So having a transfer budget doesn't actually matter that much. But I mean, I can put a lot into wages, I guess. It means it was what I can do. I can put it into the wage budget. Robertson into Henderson. Back to Robertson again. Liverpool will be looking to have a bit more dominance in this game. Lindelof wins a good header into Pogba, gets it back from him, and you can see, look how high Wan-Bissaka goes up, not afraid to attack, as it goes back to David De Gea as we look to rebuild from the back into Eric Bailly, who is getting a bit of a rare start in this game, trusted over the youngster to Nzabi, up to Martial, and now this is where we look to spring an attack into Rashford, takes a good touch, Ross Van Dijk fires it in past Alisson. It's 2-1, his 7th goal of the season for Marcus Rashford, and we need him to be firing all cylinders if we're going to claw back at Man City at the top of the league. As Bruno Fernandes here laid it into Martial. They're just standing off him, giving him far too much pace. Rashford, good first touch to go past Van Dijk, fires it low, past Alisson to his right hand side, and that's 2-1 Man United as Shaqiri comes on to replace Sadio Mane, who has been pretty quiet. Picks up a little bit of a knock as Lindelof goes long over the top looking for Rashford. Alexander-Arnold with an easy header though. Fernandes picks up the loose ball, looks for Martial, but it's a poor pass, and Salah was actually tracking back very well to win that back. Alexander-Arnold to Lovren there, playing a bit with fire here at the back. Martial's robbed it, he's had a go, and Alisson just about gets there as Diego and Lovren really caught in possession and not applying his best there. We're going to bring on Harriet for Martial on that left hand side. Obviously picked up that bruised knee, hasn't really kicked on in the second half, so we'll see how he gets on. But with 25 minutes to go, we find ourselves 2-1 up and playing pretty well, restricting Liverpool quite a lot. They're fired up by the fact I've given them praise. They've taken off Salah and Mane now, so we've really negated 2 of their best players. Firmino stays on up front, not playing well. Gomez has come on to replace Van Dijk for some reason on a yellow card on a 6.6. But yeah, with 10 minutes to go, Liverpool are not threatening, and this is very nice. But just as I say that, Shaqiri gets a corner for Liverpool. McTominay with the header, Lingard flicks on. Pogba manages to sort of get the clearance towards the halfway line. Harriet picks it up, who was left up from the corner, and just holds the ball up really well. Lingard, who missed that absolute sitter in the first half. Pogba into McTominay, the early substitute for Fred, who went off with an injury. By out to Luke Shaw with a good ball. Luke Shaw then cuts in field with it, running at the defence. Luke Shaw still going on his left foot, couldn't get his shot on target. 10 minutes to go, 2-1 Man United, and this is a great result. Fernandes and Pogba both knackered in the middle. Luke Shaw knackered, Wan-Bissaka knackered, but the sub I'm going to do is Tuanzebe for Bailly in the middle. I think I was wrong to drop Tuanzebe, but we will find out, as we just need to keep hold of the ball for 4 more minutes to hold on to a monumental victory. 2 back-to-back superb results this will be against Man City and Liverpool. Obviously 2 of the top front runners for the league this season, as the ball goes long and it's headed down by Firmino into Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum comes forward with it. He's under pressure from McTominay, and that was a good tackle, and it's the full-time whistle, and we've got the win. Absolutely storming stuff. Passionately, a very nice victory for the guys there. Or hopefully results went our way, and that goes well. The Northwest Derby is a win. Fred is injured for 3 to 6 weeks. That is going to be a bit of a blow. Martial out for 1 to 2 days. Rashford ends his goal drought. Pogba is knackered, so we'll give him a bit of a rest. Fernandes gets man of the match, and Pogba again watched by PSG. And what does that do for the league table? Puts us up into second. Arsenal and Man City both with the game in hand. Who are Man City playing in their game in hand? It's Crystal Palace, so you'd expect them to win that quite easily later on today. We were the early kickoff in that game, which I guess makes sense. Try and restrict the amount of alcohol that is consumed, I guess, that way. As Man City, Crystal Palace kicks off late. Arsenal drew with Norwich, so I think that keeps us in second place. It does, as Januzaj is close to triggering a clause for his contract. And Man City drew as well, so we're only 2 points behind. Crystal Palace doing us a massive favour with the draw against Man City. And that puts us 2 points behind the league leaders, a slightly better goal difference as well. They've won one more game where we've drawn it. But this is turning into a very nice season. Tottenham could knock us off second place, but they have to score with a 9-goal swing, or win with a 9-goal swing. And that is absolutely wonderful. What an episode that is. Absolutely brilliant stuff. It's great to be back, and it's good to be back winning, and we're taking Man United to heights that hopefully will happen in real life, because obviously I'm a Man United fan. But thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, Patreons. Go and check out all the links in the description. Go and check out Call Me Malcolm the band, the song, Football Talk, Patreon. There's t-shirts and mugs and phone cases like this one that you can buy to support the channel. But thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.